La carrera de Derecho siento yo que es una de las carreras más nobles que hay en Honduras. Y no solo en Honduras, quizás en cualquier sociedad del mundo, ¿verdad? Por su importancia, por el impacto que tiene, ¿verdad? Las acciones que un profesional de Derecho, estando en cualquier campo de trabajo, pueda influir en la sociedad, ¿verdad? Entonces fue algo que me llamó la atención desde pequeño. Este ha sido un viaje de altos y bajos, de muchos retos y sacrificios como familia. Cuando estaba en preescolar, el M&M ya estaba en función, ¿verdad? En ese entonces habían bastantes actividades como brigadas médicas y en ese entonces también empezaba a funcionar o ya estaba funcionando lo que es el programa de patrocinio. Mi mamá en ese entonces tenía pensado que yo ingresara al programa, pero debido a que no tenía así como amistades cercanas para poder irme junto a ellos al M&M, entonces decidió no mandarme al ministerio. Años después, cuando estaba ya en quinto o sexto grado, mi mamá me motivó principalmente, ¿verdad?, a poder presentarme al ministerio de forma voluntaria. Y pues gracias a Dios se dio la posibilidad de que pude ingresar y me aceptaron, y evidentemente fue un gran beneficio económico, porque en ese entonces mi papá no es que tenía un trabajo formal, ¿verdad? O sea, que no es que tenía un ingreso mensual ya establecido, sino que trabajaba así, días no. Entonces eso se veía reflejado en la economía del hogar. Y de igual forma mi hermano también ya estaba en primer grado, entonces eso significó un alivio económico para toda la familia. Una parte importante también de ahí es que en esa época no contábamos como un hogar propio, sino que cuidábamos una propiedad, entonces ahí era donde nosotros vivíamos, pero no teníamos así un hogar establecido. Como la mayoría de hogares hondureños, lamentablemente, en ese entonces la prioridad era poder llevar la comida, el pan de cada día al hogar, que quizás el estudio. Inclusive creo que en esa época no teníamos tantas metas así como de que poder continuar más allá del noveno grado.
I need to say that the character of Juan Carlos, being so disciplined and being obedient, humble, hard worker, with a very strong character, took him all the way where he is now, with the success that he has now. I do remember Juan Carlos when he was in primary school. He was in his early years of primary school, and being so obedient, so humble, and always participating, helping tutors, in the way that he was also sharing and working as a good example to others. I do remember that when he was in the middle of his elementary school, we kind of launched a art program in this ministry. I do remember talking to some of them about this art program. Well, Juan Carlos became like the first one to support me with this program, the first one who said, let's do it, let's try the art program. So we gathered together like maybe 12 to 15 students, and this is how we started our art program. Juan Carlos being a very positive student, encouraging his classmates in art. When it was time for him to enter the middle school, Juan Carlos continued with that attitude, that positive attitude that has allowed him to go all this way to university. And then I do remember him asking us what would be his next step. We let him decide on his own, and suddenly one Friday he was talking to me about becoming an elementary school teacher, that he wanted to help people, that he wanted to have this career to teach.
Juan Carlos's achievement of finishing his studies and graduating from college, it didn't happen by a chance. It is actually the result of commitment, hard work, and most importantly, the support that he has had not only at MDN but also in his home. His parents that also during these years have shown a lot of interest and have support him, insisting on the importance that he will continue and finish his career. In MDN, we stress the importance that the parents walk this way together with the students, supporting them and encouraging them to continue on despite of the different difficulties that they find in their way. MDN puts all the effort and all the resources towards that goal. However, the key to that success is the commitment and support that they get from the parents. When we work together towards this goal, we guarantee a happy end to what their kids are working for.
Bueno, siento que Dios me bendijo enormemente con mi familia, ¿verdad? Porque a pesar de lo económico, de que siempre hemos tenido dificultades económicas, pues Dios me ha bendecido en el sentido de que siempre hemos sido unidos. Hasta el son, ¿verdad? Que hasta ahora vivimos juntos, los cuatro. Entonces, y también, ¿verdad? Ha sido un pilar importante para mi desarrollo académico. No solo a nivel económico, como es el caso de mi papá, que me ha brindado el apoyo económico, sino a nivel de consejo, porque me ha sabido orientar. Y no digamos mi mamá, que siempre ha estado al pendiente de mí, que es la que siempre se levantaba todas las mañanas, o se ha levantado todas las mañanas a alinearme la comida o ayudarme en cualquier cosita que me haga falta. A tal grado que yo recuerdo que hay veces que me agarraba la tarde para alcanzar el bus, y ella, mientras yo me cambiaba, tenía la amabilidad y con todo el amor del mundo de agarrar comida y dármela así en la boca para ahorrarme tiempo. Entonces son cosas que uno agradece y lo motiva a uno a poder continuar adelante.
Another part that I would like to mention about the success of Juan Carlos is how his parents were involved with the ministry, especially his mother. His mother was always coming to meetings, attending different activities that we had in this ministry. His mother was always here to support his child, to be with him, to walk with him.
Mi mamá realmente es un ejemplo a seguir para mí, o sea, la valentía que ella ha tenido a lo largo de su vida ha sido maravilloso, y el sobreesfuerzo que ella hace para atenderme tanto a mí como a mi hermano de la mejor forma y con el mejor cariño posible. Entonces algo que a mí es algo valioso que lo guardo siempre en mi corazón, y ha sido prácticamente el motivo, el motor, tanto ella como mi papá, para poder seguir adelante, pero principalmente ella, porque admiro lo valiente que ella es.
Some of our students back then, they just thought about finishing here 12th grade and they were done. But Juan Carlos asked us to move on. He says, I would like to go to the university. I would like to study more. And when he gave us the answer that he wanted to be a lawyer, that was very, I would say, not difficult for us to believe, but a challenge for us. But we knew in our hearts that he could do it.
We have had many students before trying to get there. However, some of them have fallen short because they lacked that support. They felt that it was more important to go find a job to help support their families, and were not able to understand that they were in better position to help their families once they graduated from a higher education degree. And so having Juan Carlos finishing and graduating from law school at this point is really a milestone for MDM, and quite frankly, it's a milestone for the whole community, because now other students that are coming behind him can see that they can also do that. They can finish their career. They can achieve the goals and purposes that they have for their lives.
As we celebrate with Juan Carlos this significant accomplishment in his life and the life of his family and our entire community, we want to give thanks to our faithful sponsors who have made this dream possible for him, especially Mark Bossler and his wife Pam in Warsaw, Indiana, who have been his primary sponsors for over a decade, and for attorney John Warner and his wife in Union City, Tennessee, who became his secondary sponsor when he entered into law school. Most of all, we want to give thanks to God for the vision that he gave to Juvenal Acosta, our Director of Education, over 20 years ago, a desire and a vision to improve the education of his people in the rural areas of Honduras. Under his leadership and direction, along with our president, Dixie Rosales, we've established 3 campuses in the 16 villages that we serve in San Mateos that serves over 200 students with the help of our volunteers and our tutors.
Juan Carlos' graduation is the first fruit that we're seeing now, but we have other students that are coming behind him that will graduate in the following years, in the coming years. And these students can now see that they can also do it. So in the long run, it's not only Juan Carlos' life, it's not only Juan Carlos's family, but it is also the whole community that is seeing this, and this is impacting the life of the whole community. And so we are so happy, so encouraged that this year we are being witnesses of this success in Juan Carlos's life and Juan Carlos's family, and also are grateful that we are part of this success, that we have been the mean that God has used to improve and impact their lives.
Another area that we see very strong in our education program for the coming years is that we have been working with Mular and Resisapa. In these areas, families have more land, and some of them are using their land to do agriculture. However, they don't have that technical knowledge. So we would like to see our educational program searching for a couple of students, 6, 7 students interested in agriculture for them to come back to these villages and help their own people.
Juan Carlos is the first of many college graduates, as we look forward to having others in the next couple of years from law school and other professions that will continue the vision of MDM Honduras of transforming lives, one child, one family, one community at a time.